So I've got a pot of bird poo. Don't make this mistake. If you have, you could hugely increase the power from your solar panel if you correct the mistake you've made. I have 150 watts of solar power on top of this van, but it's only producing this. Something isn't right, but I do have a solution. I installed this panel myself and did an installation video, and it's the perfect addition to my system. I bought the full kit from Batteries and Solar in Plymouth. The kit comprised of all the fixtures and fittings, cabling, also including the gland, which really should be used when you're drilling a hole through the metal surface of your van, or even if it's a popped up roof. The movement of the vehicle can actually fray that cable, so you should be using a marine quality gland. Now this panel is a 150 watt ETFE semi-flexible solar panel. The controller I've got is a Victron Energy Smart Solar MPPT 7515. All up and running, and it's currently producing absolutely rubbish watts. But why is that? Just because the panel is rated at 150 watts, it doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to be getting 150 watts. But this, what I'm getting now, is just far too low, and there is a reason for it. It's beautiful conditions, it's absolutely perfect. It's bright sunshine, it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, so the sun is pretty high. It's not going to be going down for another 5 hours or so. So realistically, this should be producing a reasonable amount. Why is it not? I've turned on a few devices drawing power. I've got my laptop, my Ryobi inflator. It should be drawing more power than it is. And the reason why? This is the reason why I'm getting low power. As a couple of panels are shaded, the output of the panel is reduced significantly. This makes a massive difference. If you're dependent on your solar energy, topping up your leisure battery whilst you're off grid, you need to make sure that this isn't being covered. So at the moment, I'm on 67 watts, 66 watts. It's drawing 66 watts from this solar panel. Now, if I remove this, let's have a look what that goes up to. So I move this away, and all of a sudden, it's jumped up to 92 watts. And that's quite interesting because it popped up to 92 then. So I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see this, but that says 92. Now, if I put my arm over it, or let's just say my phone on top of it, that also affects the output of what's coming out. So I am now at 92 watts, but even if I put my arm over the panel, it immediately drops down to 65, 66, away, straight back up to 90 odd. Now, if I was pulling more watts from the actual battery itself, I'm pretty sure this will be higher, but as you can see, it reduces it by 30% just by putting my hand on there. But what else could make a difference? Because if you're out and about, if you're off grid, completely dependent on this panel, and little things affect it, you might have a problem. So let's have a look at some leaves. So here's some leaves which fell off my tree. I've got them, my pear tree. So we are at 91 watts. And I put one leaf on and it blows off. 83, went down to 83. This isn't a good test because it's going to blow. Let's just chuck some leaves on and hope for the best. The wind picks up just in time. So whilst they've been doing this test, it hasn't been windy. And then now when I want to put some leaves on, it's flipping windy. So let's have another go. So we're at 91 and I put a leaf on. One leaf takes it down to 81 for one leaf. Now, it's all right because it blows off, and if you're traveling, it's just going to blow away in the wind. But if that's a wet leaf, like sometimes you can get stuck on your roof because you've not cleaned it properly, that could be causing a bit of a problem. Now, something else you get on your roof is bird poo. Now, I'm not going to put bird poo on the roof because I'm not that clever to be able to get some birds to be able to then poo on my roof just exactly as I want them to. I mean, I have managed to get them to poo just over there at the side of it, but not actually on the roof. But I've got something I can improvise with. So I've got a pot of bird poo. It's not bird poo, honestly, it's not, because that'd just be disgusting. So let's just get that out of the way. Blooming annoying me, that. So here's my bird poo, my make-believe bird poo. So if I get some of this bird poo, and just to clarify, we're on 91 watts again. Now if I put a dollop of bird poo there, oh, we went down to 90, no big effect. Another dollop of bird poo. Oh, it's a big bird poo, that. And it's flipping foam's going off. And it drops down. Because you're cutting the panels off. Another dollop of bird poo. Oh, these flipping birds around here, they're flipping nightmare. And they go, it's dropping it down. So the bird's pooed on it and a leaf stuck on it. And now we're down to 78. 78. So that ain't very good, is it? You know, if you've actually got bird poo and you've got leaves on your van and you've got other dirt and debris and rubbish preventing the sun's rays from getting to your panel, you're going to have reduced capacity, which isn't great. Days like today, your fridge is going to be working extra hard because it's hot air and it needs to cool down, so it's going to need a lot of energy. And if your leisure batteries are going to drain quickly, you're going to need something to top them up. Now, if you're doing lots of driving, then your DC to DC charger is going to actually help you with that. And it is going to be charging it. But if you're not, and like me now, in the middle of absolutely nowhere, with nowhere to plug in, you're going to need your solar panel. So next time you're washing your vehicle, make sure it's clean. Make sure you get on the roof and actually give it a good clean. There's some good products for this, and I've actually got one, but I've not actually got it here, so I can't show you. Maybe I'll overlay an image of it and where you can get it from, because it's something which I use and I think it's really good. Now maybe that's just an essential item which you need for your van, which I've done a few videos on before, but more specifically on a day like today, and it's beautiful, the sun is out and the water in the sea and the seawater is warming up. That's exactly where you want to be. You want to be at the beach. So if you've not seen my beach essentials video, you can have a look at that here. For now, take care, and I hope to see you soon.